Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Nikki A, and this is another Nikki Talks slash Real Housewife of Potomac review. This will be for the episode that just aired, so that's Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 5, and this is really a Nikki Chats. And I just wanted to come here and chat really quickly. Obviously, we're in episode 5, and this is the first video that I'm putting out. I'm not actually reviewing the season because I can't. And like I've said in previous videos, last season, put me under a lot of stress, caused me to go into a depressive episode, so I cannot review it. And I know some of y'all might be like, but you still watching it though. That's different because I can choose when I want to watch it. I can take a break, come back, watch an episode here and there. But when you're reviewing it and you're trying to stay on top of your reviews, you have to watch it consistently. You can't take a break. And then sometimes you have to watch it more than once so that you can watch it and then also watch it to take your notes. Sometimes I would have to go back and watch it to get my screen grabs and things like that. And it was too much reliving all of that stuff over and over again. And so and then this season is just not, it's not really giving, and it's not worth putting myself through that type of emotional duress again. But I did want to come in here and I wanted to chat about last night's episode. The first thing that I wanted to chat on is the whole Wendy and Nneka, or Nneka, I think is how you say her name, situation. I really wanted to say, don't let that situation fool you from what's really, really going on. That situation is really not important. What Wendy's mom did or didn't say, it really is not that deep because Wendy is not her mom. If Nneka really has an issue with what Susan is saying, she can go have a conversation with Susan. Obviously, they have contacts. If you can get in touch with Wendy, you can get in touch with her mama. I do believe that Nneka was trying to use Wendy as a source or a contact to get onto the show. I think that Wendy was aware of that and Wendy didn't want to be used, which is why she tried to avoid her. She did give Nneka her number, so I feel like if she was really trying to really act the way towards her, she wouldn't have done that. If she didn't want to have any type of contact or any type of dealings or anything to do with Nneka, she would not have given her her contact information. And I really think she probably wanted to warn Nneka about the BS that can and was going to ensue, but Nneka chose her side, and so we are where we are. And honestly, truth be told, I really don't care. Like, I really don't care if Wendy is lying or not, because at the end of the day, Wendy knew who Nneka was, but didn't really know her. As far as for real quick, I just want to say, if it sounds different, I apologize. I had to switch headsets because the one that I was going to use, they were the wireless ones and they were getting ready to die, so I had to put those on the charger, and so now I have the one that actually plugs into my device, and so it may sound a little bit differently. But getting back to the discussion, when it comes to Miss Lebby or Lebe, however it is that you pronounce or say her name, when it comes to her, yeah, Wendy most likely knows who she is. That is her sister's friend. That doesn't necessarily mean that Wendy had, and just because Lebby was at the Sip and See doesn't mean that she had a direct or close personal relationship with this person. I am, or I was, there's a video coming out, if it hasn't already come out yet, that I'm doing about someone who I had a friendship breakup with, but we were friends, and when there would be times where we would hang out, and her siblings would be there, and one of her siblings in particular, even though she and I aren't close, if I were to have children or if I were to have some important event, she would be invited. I was going to have a housewarming, and her sister would have been invited. Just because I've been around her, I know her, but she's not my friend. I am her sister's friend, but I still would have invited her. And if Wendy and her sister are close, and Wendy's sister and this person are close, then this person would be around Wendy enough to where Wendy would feel comfortable inviting this person to the discrepancy regarding her daughter, and probably has been around this person enough where, and I think if I remember correctly back to that clip, she was going around the room talking about different people. So Levy has probably been around her and the family enough to where she would be included in that. So I don't find it strange. I don't find it odd. I'm not looking at Wendy weird. I'm not looking at Wendy sideways. It is what it is. Whatever. And like I said, I really don't care. I don't really feel like it's that important. I don't really feel like it's that deep. Wendy is still that girl to me. It is what it is. We know who the liar is on the show, and that's Mia. And I'm not even going to get into that because the real reason for this video, honestly, really and truly, is to discuss Giselle. And I'm not going to get too into it because I said what I had to say about Giselle last year or last season, and I still feel how I feel. I still said what I said. Word to Nene.
I said what I said.
And it ain't changing over here. Okay? I said what I said. With that being said, there was a part in the episode last night where there was a conversation. Well, Karen called in to question Giselle being quiet and acting funny and different when Candace was in the room. And Giselle said something along the lines of, out of concern for me and my family's safety, I'm not engaging with her. And then Candace said, basically, ditto, out of concern for my bonus children and my husband and my family, I'm not engaging with her.
So there.
And then they show a clip of last year where Giselle said, something happened where your husband made me feel uncomfortable. And Candace had asked her, what did he say? Did he say something? Did he do something? And she was like, no, absolutely not. And Candace was like, right, exactly, because he wouldn't do that. And throughout the whole season, and even at the reunion, Giselle's stance was, I just was uncomfortable at the circumstances. I didn't like being in a room alone with a man that didn't belong to me, which is fair. However, that had nothing to do with Chris. That was what her stance was the entire season, and even at the reunion. I didn't want to be alone in a room with a man that didn't belong to me. Now we get to this season. They show the clip. She said he didn't do anything, he didn't say anything to make me feel uncomfortable. Now, we have Giselle saying, Candace, last season or last year, whichever verbiage she used, I said your husband made me feel uncomfortable. And I thought she was going to say, because he did. And I would have been okay with that. Like, I wouldn't have been okay with that, but I wouldn't have gotten as upset as I did. Because what she said was, Candace, last year or last season, I said your husband made me feel uncomfortable because he made me go into a bedroom and locked the door.
What?
That is what this lady said. That is what she expressed on this show.
Oh my God. Oh.
On the National of Bravo. So now her story is changing. From, he didn't do anything directly to make me feel uncomfortable. It was just the circumstances too. He made me go into this room. He forced me into this room and trapped me. And let me break it down for some of y'all that want to be like, well, she didn't accuse him of rape, or she didn't accuse him of sexual assault. She didn't accuse him of SA. Let me break this down for y'all. When this person, because I don't even want to call her a lady or a woman at this point. I don't know what Giselle is, but it's neither one of those things.
You full of shit. That's what you are. You full of shit.
When this person said, he made me, that suggests force. That indicates that she went into that room against her will. That indicates that she went into that room under duress and feeling that she had no other option and no other choice, and it was against her will, which suggests force. That's number one. Number two, when this person said, and he locked the door, that suggests entrapment. That indicates, and he made it so that I could not leave. He locked the door. He kept me in there. He forced me into the room and would not let me leave. He forced me into the room and trapped me in there. That is what Giselle is saying. That is what Giselle is suggesting. And that is dangerous. Because now we have gone from, well, it was just the circumstances that I was uncomfortable with, to now he actually directly did something to me to make me feel uncomfortable. And the reason why this is so egregious is because Giselle should have been dealt with about this last season. And this is why Bravo is doing things the way that they're doing things. That's why they rolled the beautiful bean footage first. That's why they rolled the beautiful bean footages first. And then show her making this statement. Giselle, your day is coming.
You better lay low.
You're not going to get away with this BS forever. Your day is coming. Bravo, just so you know, Bravo sees you. They might be letting you get away with it for now, but they see you, and they're letting us know through production that they see you. You are seen. You are visible. They see you. You see them. Y'all see each other. They see you. This is absolutely disgusting. And like I said last season, I still believe that Giselle is a narcissist. And because she didn't get things to go the way she wanted them to go last season, that's why she's trying to ice Candace out. That's why she's refusing to speak to her. And for all y'all that want to sit there and be like, oh, well, I don't blame Giselle for not wanting to speak to Candace. Candace goes too low. No, she doesn't. And especially not with Giselle. We have countless of evidence, recorded evidence, of them always starting with Candace first. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. That's what y'all said about Candace when it came to Monique whooping up on her.
Huh?
Well, if Candace hadn't said anything out of her mouth, blah, 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 blah. Right? Well, the same thing would then apply when it comes to the battle of the mouth. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But what you're not going to do is sit up here and accuse somebody's husband of SA and think that they're not going to go for your jugular. Candace has every right to go as low as she wants to, because Giselle is the one that brought it to hell.
See, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite.
So if Candace wants to then take you to the deepest pit of the hell that Giselle brought it to, Candace has the right to do that. Giselle has no reason to not engage with Candace. She's just upset because Candace dug in that behind like she should have and pulled no punches. And everything that Candace said at that reunion was accurate. I'm not going to get back into it because that was a lot. But she got called out. And women like her don't like being called out on their BS. They don't like having their BS put out on Front Street. They want to be narcissistic and peace. This is terrible. This is egregious. And I truly do feel like if Giselle is not dealt with properly, Chris and Candace should sue. Because they're allowing this woman to sit up here on their platform and spew out this hatred and this vitriol, the word Candace likes to use, towards the Bassetts. And I don't like it. It is egregious. It is despicable. It is horrible. It is deplorable. It's all of the things. It's all of the things. And what Chris and Candace have had to go through in dealing, as y'all see, We about to be 6 episodes in. We only seen Chris once. Because Chris literally can't be there. Because she's still accusing this man of something that he did not do. He forced you into a room and trapped you there, but yet at Candace's music video release party for Insecure, you was all touchy-feely on the man that locked you in a room, that forced you into a room and locked you in there. You was all touchy-feely at the video release. Are you trauma bonded or something? Like, let's get into it, Giselle. Like, we're not doing this. And I wanted to make this video because I want y'all to be able to really truly understand what's really going on. And I really do feel like Aneka was really brought on to the show to distract from the Green Eye Bandits BS. And most specifically, Giselle's. They needed a distraction, and it's working. The whole Wendy and Aneka stuff, it doesn't matter. And I also want to say to Candace and Wendy, don't let them run you up off your show. That's your show just as much as it is theirs. And if anyone needs to be kicked off and casted off the show, it's Giselle. Ashley and Robbie can stay because I feel like the dynamic of the show would change if Giselle was not there. I really like for all 3 of them to go, but if I had to choose just one person to go, Giselle needs to go.
You are very old and you need to play your age and not 12. You're an old lady.
Giselle needs to go because she's dangerous. And somebody like her, having a public platform like this is dangerous. It's giving the female Diddy. Like, it's like, that's... Allegedly, let me throw that in there. But that is what it's giving. This is not okay for somebody like her to have a platform like this. This is not okay. So I just wanted to come in here and I wanted to just give my 2 cents on that episode. I may come back if I feel I need to for further episodes, but don't count on it. I will have some other videos coming out, so stay tuned. Please subscribe. If you like this video, please comment and share and hit that like button. And I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here before I get additionally upset and start editing this video. And I will see y'all in the next one.
There was a situation in which Chris made me feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to be in this situation.
So did he do something? Did he say something?
No.
Right.
He didn't.
Because he wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Last year, I told you your husband made me feel uncomfortable because he made me go into a bedroom and close the door. That is what happened.